5:44 in the morning. 2 seconds, let me just sort some stuff out. Like I said, I always hit start on the bloody live when I don't mean to. Oh man, I've just realised I don't have any milk. I don't have any coffee. Shit. That's not a good start. It's not a good start today, isn't it? The electrolytes is right, 2 seconds, guys, sorry. Like I said, I always hit start on the live when I'm not ready to go live. I don't know why. Honestly, I can't obviously make any more boards until tomorrow, but like the graphic I put out yesterday, my partner even really liked. So I'm not so sure about my graphics. I think when my partner lives with me, she sees my drawing all the time. Understandably so. Sorry, one sec. I really thought I had everything done this morning. Clearly not. I'm so gutted when I go down on coffee. I'm like, no, I don't have any. I can't take my meds yet either because it's just too early. It's like 5:46. And I was thinking, why would I even start live now? I was like, no, I'll just get like everything ready because I can put all the details in for the live and leave it like the name of the live, age, and everything like that. But today, I have it till 1, so it's a little bit earlier up than 2. But today I'm going to go away for like half an hour and really lock in. Just so I can get it down, guys, because honestly, I don't know what is wrong with me lately with the fingerboarding. I think it's I've neglected it. I've been doing live and chatting, and I have not been fingerboarding enough. I'm sitting there like, why can't I fingerboard? And realistically, an hour a day is probably not enough time at all. Like, if you want to learn to skateboard, as the saying goes, in my opinion, if you want to learn to skateboard, that shit can take hours upon hours. I mean, literally, you can have to spend. Sorry, I'm feeling rough. Skateboarding, guys, you might have to spend like a whole. Realistically, I've known people who never land a trick on like a certain type of trick, like a kick flip, but they've landed a heel flip. You know what I mean? I know that seems weird. Like, don't get me wrong, the people who've landed the flip trick, you'll land it. But when I say learn it, I mean got the trick down to a T. Do you know what I mean? That is what I've seen people struggle with it. It's very difficult skateboarding. So people really underrate how hard it is, especially. But yeah, so I feel like an hour a day fingerboarding, just like skateboarding, just wouldn't have been enough. Do you know what I mean? Realistically, I don't know if there's anybody else here that fingerboards. I know, like, I don't normally come across many skaters and fingerboarders. Now, granted, fingerboarding and skateboarding, they're both extremely, not tedious, obviously not tedious, but they have tedious aspects. You know, they can take a long time to get down, and I think that is what I struggle with when I first started fingerboarding. So it's annoying because there's days I feel like, okay, bro, I've got this. I'm on the pinnacle, like landing pretty much a trick every single time, and then I go and fingerboard the next day and I can't land a trick for like 3-4 hours. And I'm like, what's going on here? And you know what I mean? It's weird. It's super weird. And as I said, so I've decided now, like, I've been giving molds a live, it's been going good. Yeah, going good, why did I say that? It's been going good, we've been going up literally, we're like we were 250 followers, now we're at 1.03, so 1K.03, however you want to say it. And I can't thank you guys enough, but as I said, like, I just know I haven't been fingerboarding enough. Just like if I I can skate because I've already skated so often, do you know what I mean? No, bro, honestly, I can't bother with that crap. Right, anyway, but yeah, as I said, sorry. Oh, I'm not feeling great today. What was I saying, guys? My brain's gone now again. Oh yeah, I think the reason I'm struggling with fingerboarding a little bit, and that's it. People go, "Oh, you're really good at fingerboarding," but I'm not until I've had like what, an hour or two warm up. Just like skate. If it was skateboarding, yeah, that's fair enough. Like I skated for years, and I think that is the only thing I can put it down to. I'm like, realistically, I'm not expecting to know skateboarding, no fingerboarding like I know skating. But I skated for over 10 years, right? And I've done I don't mean hours I've actually been skating. I generally could not even try and, I couldn't even try and estimate that time. It'd be way too difficult. But I have no idea. As I say, it's just baffling me because I'm like, it's only been a year. I don't fingerboard for as long as I actually skate, which is another reason. Because I mean, I feel like skating for me personally, it takes me away from everything a little bit more. And I know it's because it's way more physically interactive. It gets your heart beating, it gets, you know what I mean? But I feel like, as I said, fingerboarding is a perfect little fidget toy for a skater. But then what explains it being so difficult? Because skateboarding is a lot of mental. Yeah, there's a lot of like muscle there to build up to, but it's a lot of mental, and it's also the worry of like falling over your brain. You know, you do get that for the first few years of skateboarding. Really, like, I mean, even when you, after injuries I've had, like slip disc in my spine, tore ACLs, like I don't really get scared of falling over. Sometimes it can be like, oh, I've been waiting to fall over. I know other skaters will know exactly what I'm on about. If you don't come off your board for a while, you start to get this anxiety about coming off your board again. You're like, oh, it's been a while, and then when it happens, it's like when it's bad as I remember, but you're like, you know, you walk it off. Because I've had injuries like compound fracture where the bone came out my arm, slip disc in my spine, tore ACLs. But I'm not cooking. Let him cook. I love that sound. Anyway, no, I'm just cleaning the side up. I thought it was done, and I thought I had coffee or tea. I have neither, which is actually heartbreaking because I'm like, how do I get my day started? I'm sitting there like, it's addictive in a way because I mean, this is how I get my day going, isn't it? Okay, shout out. Sorry, so shout out to people. But yeah, as I say, my brain today it will come with it slowly. It's coming together. Wake up slowly. So now I've actually a skateboard and fingerboard company. I'm a graphic designer. I make skateboards and fingerboards and beanies and tops and jumpers, and I'm the first company in the UK to put my graphics on fingerboards and skateboards. And other people are like, yeah, right, I'm alright, let's go then. No, not today. Today seems to be a positive life, but I do find it funny when people try and bring you down. Have you ever tried to bring someone down who is... I'm not trying to bring up people, I'm saying, like, follow your dreams, people. That's all I'm saying. Like, I've had more money before, worked jobs, now I'm self-employed. Maybe you have less money, that's the truth of it, but I'm way happier of a person for it. Right, 1 second, let me get the light on. It's a bit dark. Ow. That is a bit bright. So yeah, as you see, some boards, skateboards, tops, beanies, all that good shit. And we need some stuff. Right, I'm actually so tempted to go down to the shop again to get coffee. That is how like badly I need coffee sometimes. And that sounds really stupid, is it? Why would I'm like, do I want to take extra time out of my day to go and get coffee? Because I have to walk. It's like another mile. I've already done it. So I'm like, yeah, don't really. So rude. So awfully rude. I don't really get triggered for no reason. It's honestly quite funny. Right, anyway, so what I was saying, sorry guys. Today I'll be also doing another full-size board, but it's going to have a picture of my partner on the board. I don't even know if I have it. It's on my phone, but I don't have a photo of her individually. Like, it's on my phone screen, but obviously I'm on my phone now, so I'm doing that. That's not for sale, that's for me. And, oh, what else was I going to say? Oh, yeah. I'm going to lock in today with the fingerboarding for a bit when I come off, just for a little bit, purely because I've skated for years and years and years, and I'm expecting to be able to, after fingerboarding for not even years and years and years, expecting to be able to do the same stuff. Now, don't get me wrong, I can do vero heels sometimes, inward heels, hard flips, heel flips, kick flips, switch flips, nollie flips, fakey flips. I can do these all on a fingerboard as well as a skateboard, but they're never consistent. Like, see some of my videos, I land like literally a variable heel to overcroaked or something like that, or you know, crazy tricks, or like a blindside. But it must look like AI to people. When I start fingerboarding today, which I will do, people are like, bro, I can't even flip the board. And I can do. I just would take a ridiculous amount of time to warm up now. It could be because of my arthritis. Actually, to be fair, it's looking a worse for wear today with the inflammation. I don't think you can see it around the knuckles. But they're just swollen. They're going to get worse as I'm older, but anyway. Like it's for you. It's all good, man. I do appreciate it, you know. If you want to like it, I mean, I'm always like thinking I'm never going to ask for subscribers. I'm just going to do me, and hopefully, you know, people respect that graft and slow world of work. A lot of people, so I'm doing a giveaway at the moment. But this time I'm having it so people are subscribed to, not just subscribe to, you don't have to be subscribed to the channel, only signed up to the website, well, the shop, because then I can pick from there. So I pick from here, people are like, bro, I just follow you for the art. I just like skateboarding, I'm good, I don't need a fingerboard. I have my own company where I'm sponsored already. Like, I get that issue, so the best way to know is if you already signed up to my shop, you clearly want to buy a product from the shop. So, or you already bought a product from my shop. It's the customers that are already on there too. But no, because it's a competition. That was a giveaway at a K. We hit a K now. It isn't going to be people who've actually only purchased. If you just sign up, I can select you from the list there too, because when you sign up, you become a customer. They'll tell me all my customers, and I can do a raffle essentially. At the moment, there's like 34 customers. Now, for a new company that started last year, to have 34 customers and a lot of them returning to the point where I've got to make 700, well, I've made 700 fingerboards, and I've got about 50 on the wall, and probably about 20 laying elsewhere to 100. So it really does show how many, other than the ones, the first 100 I made, which were just really trying to get it right, how many boards have been sold. Especially like the glow in the dark ones, you know, real wear graphics, anti-wear graphics, got the full shebang, right. I am honestly so tempted to go down the road to get coffee because it is very difficult. I don't know, how am I meant to do today without coffee? Is that relatable? I feel like people got to relate to that, surely. I mean, yes, it's doable, but it's very uncomfortable. I'm like, I want coffee. It's like warm. It gives me that like little, gives me a little kick in the ass, ready to get on with the day. Do you know what I mean? It's like, wait, your shit. Stop. Oh, see, I have ADHD meds, and I obviously have, well, I was going to say ADHD meds and ADHD. You would hope so, right? Now, I know college kids take these things to get a boost or whatever, which is like, wild, bro. Why risk a heart attack to learn an exam when you're just trying to get an exam to live your life better for the rest of your life? You might not be around if you keep taking these to like even what, like, do you know what I mean? It's like shooting yourself in the foot to run a marathon. That's how I see it. Why take something which is good? You risk your life and you harm yourself, because they are very dangerous if you don't have an ADHD prescription. They really, really are. And I know people are boring, harming, like, it's just been boring. Like, no, my doctor had someone take these. He said, he obviously can't tell me the name, but they got rushed into A&E, and his brother passed away because he had a cardiac arrest from it. So it is a case of you really do got to be careful when it comes to taking stimulants if you don't have, I mean, this is like, I mean, it's probably like 10 coffees to a normal person, if not more. So if somebody was to take a few of these thinking, oh, it's going to give me that nice focus boost, that's like taking 30 coffee, 30, don't I say it like that, 30 coffees all in one. Because this is it's called methylphenidate. It's essentially like your Adderall or your 5 ounce or like, I can't remember the names of all of them, to be honest with you. They don't have those ones in the UK. We just have, I mean, we don't even have like alprazolam for like, you know, benzo. We have like diazepam and lorazepam, I think, is the two strongest ones we have. I mean, we have diazepam here for seizures, but they do not give out diazepam lightly in the UK. And if you're in the UK, you'll know this because it's, I mean, shit, they really don't like it out. Let's try that again. See, the issue with one of these is sometimes they make me crash because they're extremely difficult. You know what I mean? Hello, welcome. You know, because they are kind of strong, and obviously I've always said this, like the quicker you come up, the quicker you come down again. So I'm like, I am prescribed these, but like there is a case of I don't take them all. That's why I've got a lot of things. I don't take them. I don't have to take them all too often. It's one of those ones you take. I have the extended release ones like these, and then you take one of these 12 hours, and then if it starts to wear off because I have a fast metabolism, then I start to take one of those. Or I can start the day off with one of these, because if I get up early and I take my 12-hour one, it can wear off too quick. But there's no point trying to top it up with boosters at that point. It can be easier to take one of these. I mean, seriously, one of these in the morning would be like, I speak 100 miles an hour. Like, I already don't speak quick enough sometimes. I find out, I know I do speak quite fast. What's up, man? So yeah, I make my, when I say man, sorry man, when I say man, I don't mean like generic. What's up, bros, dudes, and dudettes? I'm a graphic designer. I make fingerboards, skateboards. Skateboards was always a plan as a skateboarder, but I fell into fingerboarding like a year and a half ago. My partner's gran, I'm like, what's she done to me? She got me a tech deck, and I didn't realise you could do flip tricks on it. I did not know that at all. And then when I realised that, I was like, wait, what? I've got to do this, looking for the board everywhere, found it. And then just like typical skater, blame it on something else other than the flipping, on my skill. I'm like, I skateboard, I must know how to do this. Oh, what is it? It must be something else. I look up, it's wood. I've convinced myself. And then I fall into this rut of like trying to make boards but I need to find one of my old boards, and then I'll show people compared to one of the new boards. The shape difference is honestly crazy, and it took me so long before I could even get graphics onto boards as well. So it's a whole other ball game, that one. So literally started off like this, which it looks alright to like maybe ish. I mean, realistically to me, I'm like, wow. Someone pointed out the other day, I was like, yeah, to be fair, that's them now. It's not even started the angling. It's the same wood and the same mould. And that really don't look like it. And I'll tell you why. It's because wood glue expands, right? Or most glues expand when you let them dry and cure. Some glue, you know what I mean? They just expand anyway. So wood glue is no exception. And if you take out the mould after 24 hours, it can start to lose its shape. It can start to bend back flat. So that's why a lot of boards people see do look like this. I mean, maybe not as thick as that. That did get a bit of an air pocket, but just slightly thinner, and yeah, it's like a tech deck thickness. So, I mean the wooden tech decks, not the plastic ones. And then obviously you compare it to like this thin. Sorry, but I just messaged my partner back. Wait, what are you doing here, boo? What? So I was just reading that message. But yeah, sorry, not sorry, I was just messaging my partner. Guys, I'm like, I need a coffee, but I'm like, oh, do I take my ADHD booster? 5 milligram. Let's just call it like equivalent of Adderall for my American followers, right? Because I don't even know if you have methylphenidate in the US. Do you know what? I've got to look this up. I have to know this. 2 seconds. Let me also remove this from my basket. I need to know if my followers in the US have methylphenidate. Because if not, I'll just say, let's say the UK equivalent of Adderall. Nah, I'm all good, bro. I'm self-employed, don't need a haircut. A haircut never got me a business and stuff like that. Being focused and driven every day got me a business. And I like having my hair like this. So what? So does my girlfriend, and so does most people. Your opinion doesn't matter, right? What was I gonna... Bro, what was I doing? See what I mean? Methylphenidate. See, I want to know if you guys have this in the States. How do I donate? So I don't know what you mean, bro. Right. I love it. Someone could be like, it's charity, because you clearly need it. I'm joking, obviously. I'm not saying that's what someone's going to say, but, or maybe they will, maybe they won't. There is no donation, bro. There is, if you do want to help, or not help, I mean, if you want to get something for yourself, I sell beanies, tops, jumpers, fingerboards, skateboards. I don't just sell them, I make them. I'm the founder and CEO of a skateboard company in the UK. And there ain't many of us here in the UK making companies like that. So, and I'm the first to put my graphics onto fingerboards and skateboards. You're welcome. No, I'm joking. Obviously, just seriously. I done it for me as well, really, because I always said it as a dream. Not the fingerboards necessarily. The fingerboards were just a happy coincidence. Like a year and a half ago, my partner's grand got me a little tech deck from the shop as to go on my shelf. Not, and I didn't really, growing up, I knew what a tech deck was, but I never knew you could do flip tricks on it. I was like, oh, great, you know, of course it's going to be like a toy, considered a toy. And I looked into it, I was like, there's actually something called fingerboarding, which I did not know about at all. I knew about tech decks and stuff like that, but I didn't know about fingerboarding, which is kind of crazy. Do you know? Chill. I don't know who that is. I honestly have no idea who that is, no. I want to know if you have methylphenidate in the US. Oh, it is. So you have obviously Ritalin, let's just say equivalent in the US. This is what my boosters are, and also, because I have to take the normal one and then the one that I take on top of that, right? And then another one, because I have a kind of treatment resistant ADHD, I think it's called. And I mean, I literally drink, like, when I first met my partner, I would drink a cup of coffee that had granules in it, like this deep. And now, I don't know if you have instant coffee in yours, because I just think I don't actually coffee machines. That sounds really stupid, innit? When you've gone somewhere, it's like, I love when people say, like, you've been somewhere, how do you not know, bro? And I'm like, what do you think I spent my whole time, like, I don't know, looking into, like, for example, I had my ADHD meds anyway, right? I already had them. No, sorry, when I went to the States, I didn't have my ADHD meds, but I had other types of meds at that point. So I didn't need to go and get more. As I'd taken with me, you declare what medication you've got. It's all good. So, like, bro, how do you not know what meds you got? I'm like, bro, because when I come on holiday, I'm not going up to the doctor going, yo, you know, say, what do you have here? I know if you go south of the border, you can go into Mexico and get, like, you walk into a pharmacy, essentially buy them out. They would let you buy them. But I mean, come on, we talk about corrupt countries. We're talking about corrupt countries here as well, really, at that point. But funny thing is every country's corrupt. You just got to find the people. I love that. It's like corrupt countries. You mean corrupt areas of countries, because every country's corrupt. There's not like one country that's not touched by corruption. It's impossible. Go fly to the moon if you want that. Anyway, on to the topic of graphics and fingerboards today. So just so people know, some of my art level is, I was an A-star student. So this is George the Skater. My US followers should know who George is, right? So this is one of my drawings, I don't know, about 5 days ago. I don't think it's too bad. Now, I don't really do real life drawing. I'm quite bad at real life sketches. I mean, people might, it looks good. If you actually look at his nose area, it isn't really the best. There is a few mistakes, and around his eyes, I did get a little bit wrong. But yeah, George the Skater, I don't think it's too bad. I don't know why I drew him. I was just feeling like, hey, realism. I saw a photo and I was inspired by it. But, oh god, sorry, my phone is about to give up on itself if I don't plug it in. I'm going to take my ADHD med as well. I'm saying that. Get myself some electrolytes, because, I mean, they're incredible for getting the brain going in the morning. So, the graphics, this graphics haven't finished, right? 2 seconds, I've just realised why. Sorry, everyone, 1 sec. So I want to finish this volcano drawing that I sort of done this morning. Well, I say this morning, the other day for my partner. Oh, go away. and it will go in line with all the other graphics. And there's one I've done with a camel. 2 seconds. I have no idea where I put it. Leaning over that side of my back. Bear with. I'm actually so tempted to. I was so tempted to go get coffee. I'm hoping this ADHD med does the trick. To be honest, I am prescribed ADHD meds. I was trying to say that. It sounded like I was just like, hopefully this ADHD tablet I found will do the trick. No, I definitely have ADHD. I mean, it will become more prevalent, obvious as the life goes on. I've always said to people, don't mess around with ADHD. It's one of the most dangerous things you could probably mess around with, because it's just that your blood pressure, and it's like, you know, your heart can just go. That's it. No two ways about it. Pop. Very painful way to go, bro. 1 second, bear with. I need to. I have no idea where I saved my image, right? So I'm going to get my glass of water. I have no idea where I have hundreds of files on here. This is the issue. I need to have a better. And instead of saving the thing with the name, sometimes I just hit save and I'm like, crap, what was the name of that file again? Looking for it. Can I do it? With. Okay. Oh, well, there's not much I can do on that right now. Right. I'm gonna plug this in, see if I can get some charge, because it's so slow right now. I'm like moving about my phone. I just remembered as well that's on like 1%, and I can't have that turn off because that take like a year to turn on again. Yes, a slight exaggeration. Well, I wish I had myself a good British breakfast. Do you know what I mean? To be honest with you, I mean, I've got eggs and stuff like that. But it's funny because, I know I appreciate my firefight, but like the egg thing, and I love making this meme, like, so the sausages from Germany, yeah, the bacon from elsewhere. I'm so culturally dumb to British food. Everywhere else is fine, like paellas from Spain, like, well, not necessarily from Spain, but I'm pretty sure. Like, I know more dishes out of the country than I do in my own country, because when you're here, you feel culturally suppressed in yourself. I think that's quite funny. You're told to not like yourself because you're British, so why bother knowing anything? I'm obviously joking, right? I'm taking a piss. We're not taking a piss. We are told to not like ourselves because we're British. But luckily, I'm not British. I'm like, my family moved from South Africa and Romania and converged in Wales, of all places, the smallest place on one of the smallest countries. Great idea. I'm joking. It's lovely. It really is. Well, sometimes the country's lovely. Yeah. You told not to like yourself. Ah. Joking, but you're British, you're born racist. Just, you know, it's not true. It's a complete lie. Please don't believe that crap. Right. If you're a racist, you're a racist. It doesn't matter where you're from, right? You can be born anywhere. I mean, people might want to know this, but there are actually racist people born in the countries where racism is like against. Like what? Okay, there you go. Think about that one for a second. So yeah, when it comes to British breakfast, What's that from? Is that what are you doing? What are you making? Breakfast? People know I've got to know what I'm on about. Please, please don't make me sound like. Is that only a British thing? Not a British thing. Is that like a meat that only was popular in this country? So I need to make a cup of tea. Oh, I can't. I've got the milk. This is actually diabolical. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not even joking. I might have to take a walk. I've already been to the shop. Oh, my phone's getting low. I've already been to the shop today, and I'm probably gonna have to. I'm probably gonna have to go down the road again. Oh no. It's annoying, so I think I'm gonna have to go back down later again as well. I'm like, is it even worth multiple trips? It's coffee. I feel so tired today without it. I just feel like I'm gonna fall asleep soon if I don't have a coffee. It is awful. Right, I'm just gonna go and have some water, I guess, because it's my options. Water, water, water. I'm losing the plot slowly. That's what we do. When you can't have a coffee, the next best solution is an apple and electrolytes. I mean, I don't know. I'm taking a wild guess here and hoping it gives me some sort of energy. Because we had about 5 hours sleep, and it's like go back to bed. But it's like, what's the point? I mean, if I go to sleep and people are like, why do you wash your apple? I made myself think that now. Great. Other people are like, why's your apple? And I'm like, shit, shut up, brain. It's only because the stuff they spray on it like waxes and I mean you're not really going to get it off just by washing it. You know, I'm already convinced they've started 3D printing food. I'm already convinced. I know they have in a way, but I mean I feel like they're doing it on a bigger scale and we realise because things feel different these days. A lot different, like some cheeses, some things. And this is American cheese because it's very different. I mean, England, for as long as I know, has had always really good cheese, right? It's like proper. It's like I don't know. It crumbles, and I know people can be really annoying, but no, I don't want cheese that's like. I'm not saying it because I know it's not plastic. People say it's out plastic. I do like American cheese too because it melts really well. It has the best. It's like it's perfect on burgers. It's better than English cheese. Like it has its places, right? But I like being able to have the options, and now English cheese is becoming like American cheese because it needs to be produced at a higher rate, more of it, so you can have less good quality mature cheese, and it's kind of just gutting. Bigger issues, but still, it's a bit of a sad one. Oh wow! Holy damn! just as bitter as that apple, and it was like the most bitter. I know it's gonna brush my teeth. Probably. Look how lime scaly our water is. That is how bad I'm joking. This is electrolytes. I mean, I saw the other day thought this was lime scaly water, which I understand it does look like really bad lime scale water. I would not drink water if the lime scale was that bad. I know there are some places that have it like that, but I mean, it looks like a cold cut, but it's just not. It's just electrolytes. But what would look like that then if it had its natural, you know, and it wasn't washed out and stuff like that? Maybe not this salty looking, but... So I'm just hoping, guys, it's going to wake me up a little bit, like give me that morning boost I need to be able to get on with the day, because nothing's working so far. To be fair, it's also, wait, what is it, 6:27. It's getting close enough time to take my meds as well, which I've just realised, should I have just waited to take my ADHD meds, my normal ones, rather than take my boosters, because I've now just realised I have to take my ADHD meds in about 10-15 minutes anyway, and I'm like, oh crap. Yeah, that's like, hopefully the slower releasing effects of one of them will counteract the other. Who knows? Bottoms up. So, finally got the board that I sprayed down yesterday. They're all done, well, sort of. They're adding to the website today, but they're getting one more little coating on them. So this is going to be a misprinted one, anglerfish. This one is a misprinted one as well, and it's like, as you can see, so it's a lighthouse, and then this one's like a lagoon with the palm trees. I really like this one. This is personally probably my favourite one out of the set that I've dropped this week. Now, all it needs is a polish and another coating today, that's it. And I'm going to go and do that in a minute. Yeah, these will be available to order from tonight. Wait. Sorry, I did not realise that you had messaged that for... So I know the village, but I don't know the is it a drink? Because obviously I'm not born there. I was born in Wales, but I do know it. I do know Remain. I just don't know like traditions necessarily as much. But I am gonna go back. I've really got to travel. My old name is Remain, so it's weird. It's a Romanian, well, sort of Romanian name. Oh, what's a Dutch? Romany like descent. I don't know. It's very weird. Yeah, so I make fingerboards and skateboards. These are the most recent graphics that I'm gonna be dropping. This one's not a misprint. This one's like, I don't know. It needs sanding down and another coat, because it just helps with the layering on the board. Not sanding down, but like it needs polishing, and then it gets another coat on here, and obviously the lighthouse one. And then there's this one, which is actually glow in the dark, which is an anglerfish board. And there's this going to be misprint as well. So it's good. Misprinted boards, or they're called discounted decks, are normally cheaper by half price on my website, which I think is honestly a bargain. And the only reason being is just because it's slightly darker, or the graphic is slightly over to the left. Like, for example, if it was over to the left, you wouldn't have a board colour there either. I fill in the whole space, you know what I mean? All the collection is honestly rather quite big. I could do. We go through some of them. So, because I've got 400 boards graphics I've done, 700 boards I've made, so real rare one as well. I've done these kangaroo ones. There's quite a few of these ones I've done. I did 5 of them. These are my more basic first ones I did, but slot, that one was meant to look like he's holding the trucks. So the trucks go there. The strawberry ones, Halloween set I done. Oh, I've done a Return of those. It's just more of just repeats up here, really. But if I get the graphic box out, 2 seconds. Oh, here you go. I've done so many graphics. I mean, this is just some of the graphics. Obviously, I'm not printing it off like this. They're like he transferred onto a direct to film. This is just so I could save in my file, because I had to keep deleting files off my iPad to make space, losing graphics in the process. So I was like, you know what, and then I cut them down. Trying to find different sets, but yeah, there's like the Bad Addiction set I done. You've got to imagine these graphics, I guess, on a board. Those all sell those Bad Addiction boards, to be fair. If you go and look at some of my cards, right, it gets so complex on it to get the reviews. On my other platform, on TT, if people know what I'm on about, I've got, that's where the majority of my customers were, to be honest with you, at first, obviously. I neglected this platform only a little bit, because I posted a few videos and they didn't seem to go anywhere, and I was like, look, okay, it's not about views, really, but at the same time, it's still realistically about reaching that audience, showing them that, you know, there's a new skate company about, stuff like that, and just spreading the good word. But yeah, still, oh man, there's been too many issues. Like not having coffee this morning. Oh, it's so annoying that the bed is right behind me, because I could go and crawl into my bed and then I would just, that's it. I mean, where am I going to get anywhere in life or drawing graphics or anywhere with that? Thank you, man. Really appreciate it. Well, sorry, I said man, it's really generic. That's my lingo, whatever, man. Like, but yeah, I really appreciate it. It's because I think everyone's equals. That's honestly my belief. I feel everyone's just like, yeah, man, it's a skate. Like, growing up skating as well, we would like skate girls and skate guys. We didn't be like, you know, there wasn't particular lingo like, yo, dude, that was sick. You know, because they all wanted, you know, it's not like one of the guys that don't like the whole thing, but everyone's the same. Everyone could do, you know, if not, no one is, not everyone's the same, because someone could, like, you know what I mean? But yeah, I appreciate it. I just don't think, I'm not a feminist, but I'm also not the other one, or extreme, like this or that. I do believe in total equality, unless someone actually puts more of a foot forward in life. Then, if there's a guy who's being a complete couch potato bum, but the girl was working her ass off, well, she deserves money, she deserves it, you know what I mean? That first come, first serve, priority, work hard. It's not like, well, he's a guy, he should get it further. What is some toxic masculinity shit is that I don't agree with, right? My partner works her ass off, she works so hard, and I rate her for that. I really respect her for that, because it's incredible. Yeah, especially in a world where, like, some people say, oh, I don't even have, yeah. She don't have to, if she wants to. I wouldn't be, like, you know, independent and stuff. But I literally, for example, it came to start this business. Obviously, I fund everything myself. There's a lot of people like ask me how much money goes into it. A lot. I mean, like, I don't give myself any, like, what's it called? Privileges, any special. I don't have any do any nice things myself, really, because there's like priorities, and that is the business. Like Quentin's are called into bed because it's still 6 o'clock in the morning. I know it's like it's 6 o'clock. For some people, like, get really shocked that I'm up at 6. Right? And a lot of people work from 6. It kind of just feels anti-productive to be led there if I'm already awake. Right, 2 seconds, guys. I need to go for my morning cig because I've not had one yet. I will just become slightly agitated. But yeah, I hope everyone's having a good week so far. Oh man, it's tiring. It's tiring. But also, like, I know everything's going to shit, but at the same time, why I do think, truthfully, guys, right, I think everything works itself out in the end. I think this is life. I want to explain something real quick. Now, trigger warning, but not trigger warning. Like, this is just an understanding of some people. do people know what warmongering is, right? It is pushing the fear of war. So people get scared and buy you missiles and stuff like that. It's not necessary to actually have a full on escalation and everything. That doesn't benefit anybody because the people who warmonger, then everything's wiped out. Who are they going to sell their stuff to? Nobody. It needs to be almost like a gentle cycle, but enough to just get them to buy the best defense systems, the best missiles, to do the best IBMs, the best, you know what I mean, the best launchers, all this shit. And through that, unfortunately, we get the knock-on effect of fear as human beings. But I can promise you now, since time began, all that has happened is the exact same thing as a repeat of, oh, you know, I'm going to wipe this out, I'm going to wipe that out, I'm going to wipe this out. Do you know how hard it is to take out a whole world, like Mother Earth? It's never happened and it never probably will do. Even the flipping asteroid that hit the planet, who wiped out dinosaurs, didn't wipe out all life on the planet. It just wiped out the major, like, you know what I mean? So my point is, I don't think we should all be too worried. It's called warmongering for a reason. Learn about it. And I've done business, and sadly that is not, it's kind of part of business, but it's make the people think they need something, and by causing maybe panic or a need for it, like a global need, or, you know, on a mass scale, and then be like the forefront, the main person to be there to like pick up the pieces. Like, oh, you go, we've got the best defense systems. Buy our bombs. Are you getting bombed? Buy our defense systems. Stop them bombing you. The bombs we've just sold them. Like it is just it is crazy. Okay, and that's what I'm saying. I think yes, unfortunately, it is horrible. People do always end up getting caught in it, so that there's never any casualties, or that wouldn't be a war. I don't think it's right. I think it's disgusting. But I just think people should. I see so many comments every day. It's like, the world goes out, wake up and go to bed for the night, thinking I'll wake up and the world won't be here tomorrow. Well, one day you won't wake. If you do, you won't wake up, and that'll be peaceful. You'll be in you. But I doubt it, guys. I really, really doubt it. You know, and people go, well, Josh, it's the biggest scare since the. Of course, it has to be. It always has to be the biggest scare. It always will have to be the biggest scare. And once we can brush that off, we realise. And also, nothing you do. It's like amazing. Russian. Well, I love to Russia, bro. See, my mum has friends that are in Russia before everything went south. Like, there's no, for me, there, you know, I've been, as I said, like, well, not lived in my family in Romania, and it's very close, right? Very, very close. And all I can say is, after being multi-travelled, multi-cultured in a way, in my own head, like, you know, I really have no ill intent against anybody, any people. Only certain people's, don't matter, you could be a cat, dog, white person, black person, doesn't matter. If you are being nasty, you are being a nasty person. That's all that should matter and stand. If you're being kind, thoughtful, compassionate, yes, we all have that side. Like as I said, if someone came into my house and tried to hurt my missus, I've been to jail. Like I've got a bad side, they would know about it. There's a reason why I don't try and act like a man, like what people do when they say a man, like short back and sides, go to gym every day. Because I'm like, you really don't realise that's not what makes something. You know, it's integrity, it's drive, it's ambition. It's also being able to open up sometimes and be that sort of like, you know, at the end of the day. But yeah, it's nice. It's a perfect combination. That's what I would say. But I do appreciate that, bro. I love it. As I say, I have people who come on here and like, I will not allow it, who go, I have people come, this is me just giving an example. People come and go, oh, F that country, I have this, or da-da-da. And I'm like, whoa. There's no need for none of that. Because realistically, guaranteed, look at the war. They played football, both sides, Germany and England, came over the trenches, and they shared their food, they shared their cigarettes and alcohol, and they had a game of football. Now that goes to show you. Now I don't like football, but regardless, there's some sort of common bond between human nature. Like, shit, this is cold. Do we really? It's Christmas Day. You know, our families are gonna be just. Yeah, I mean, it's like I've always said. Like, I would happily fight. I would fight for my family's sake, not for the sake of some asshole sick with a chair telling me to fight someone else, who is telling someone else to fight someone else and just ripping families apart. That's not what I'm about. It's not what I'm about. So, court martial me, bro. That's what I've said. They can court martial me right there, right then. I'm good with it. And a lot of people I know have the same mindset when it comes out. I wanted to join the army. I've got PTSD because of the shit country that our government can't protect. And, oh well, now I'm like, you know, I'm not complaining, it is life. My point is, it's life. That's also why I'm just probably like completely different mindset. People in the UK from what I've experienced, this is me being real. It is a very sugar-coated, sugar-blanketed country, really. And the reason people get really shocked with my upbringing, but we've got to remember, as I said, my family, my mum lived in South Africa. Sorry, my mum lived in. My brain just went dead. Yeah, so my dad lived in Romania and my mum lives in South Africa. And they are very, 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 very culturally different places, to the point where, I mean, it's just very violent. You know, there's a dictatorship in Romania at the time. So it's going to be very different. Even though they come here, their upbringing, their still knowledge, their knowledge was of those countries. It was of their upbringing. It was of that sort of thing. So it's interesting to me. It really is. Oh, it's so cold this morning, guys. I'm like, do I put the heating on? But like, obviously, everything going up like it is at the moment, it's like, is it even worth it? You know, it's getting to a point where what you could have on for a day would be like 30 seconds. Nah, that's what honestly why I like to. Sorry, guys, I've got to do this one sec. It's why I love fingerboarding and being a fingerboarder or a skater, because realistically, right, if we drop out the big ones, right, the big bombs, the big boys, right, out of the picture, say they don't happen, which I don't think they will. It's a scare tactic. It's scaremongering, but I mean, I'm not really too worried. I don't think people realise how quick that goes down. That's almost like, easy peasy, right? But anyway, my point is, hopefully not, because life is just getting good in some aspects, right? I mean, I'm poor, but this is what I say to people: I am poor, like literally poor. But I have the job of my dreams. That's it. And I've now realised everyone could just be happy if they did. But I mean, obviously, try not to hurt people. But I mean, I always got to think that you could make an island, and if someone has a certain belief system and someone else, they can all go to that island. You know what I mean? It's not unfair. That's a reasonable observation, right? If people aren't clicking and gelling very well in an environment, don't mix them together. Why mix them together? Saying thank you. I appreciate it. And says peace and love to the world, man. I hope you understand that. I hope we can find peace. I hope we can find a common ground and a passion and a love over the same thing. Not necessarily skating. It could be anything. But I mean, I'm getting sick of waking up every day and saying, this country doesn't like this country, and this country doesn't like this country. I want to give them both a slap around the head and be like, look, behave, be kind, be nice. It is a joke. No, that's not a joke. I do want to do that. I want to give them, I mean, truthfully, I don't even care. I mean, if people are just so stupid, it is. We're all brothers and sisters on this floating rock in Earth, right? They're called Earth, sorry, not in Earth. Called Earth. And we could do so much good if we actually didn't fight. All countries didn't fight. We could do so much good. Oh well, that's not the way of the world. But like I say, you can always enjoy your little sliver and your little piece, right? You know what I mean? So I've got to my age now, still with PTSD and still being like, I'm a nut, I'm still willing to always defend myself, my partner, like, and I mean, go to the ends of the earth in that sense. I've been homeless, I've been attacked, like, that's just, I always like to say in my integrity, but sometimes I forget it could just also be British integrity, you're value driven. Because I mean, made to feel bad, I've noticed that, for being what? White, English, why? If you should be made to feel bad if you're a bad person. Nothing else. Right? If you're a nasty person, then yeah, cool. That should be it. You're a nasty person. I hope that makes sense to people, right? See, actually, I do say to Russia. I do say to Russian. I do like the Russian accent. It's very like, it's like musky. It's powerful and it's got a good punch. Right? But yeah, I do ship to Russia. Sorry, I believe I do. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I do. I don't see why not. I mean, I've always said people go, oh, well, why? I'm like, well, no, because the people who fingerboard or skateboard don't actually, well, they're not the ones that are doing anything wrong, are they, in life? So yeah, man, 2 seconds. I'll have a look. I'll let you know. It's really sad. I wish I could actually speak Russian or not even just Russian, man. I feel like I need to start learning multiple languages because it'd be really cool if I can't even be bilingual. Talk to people, be able to be like, yeah, you know, converse with them in their own language. Talk about business. 1 second. But I don't know if it's easy because I know it's hard to understand what I'm saying, but I'm pretty sure with a thumbs up, universal, the thumbs up. I feel like everybody will understand. It's okay and thumbs up. Maybe not okay, but I do ship to the. I'm pretty sure I ship. You have to check. They should have the prices on that. Oh, I'm so tired. Yeah. Sorry guys, it's just a lot of work at the moment to be doing. The thing about being self-employed is like, I feel like you got to remember, if somebody was to go to, if you go to work, if someone would say, oh, you got to do a whole month and no one's going to pay you, or like half a month, no one's going to pay you, like, I'm not going to work then. So you really got to love what you do when you're self-employed. You really got to love it. That's why people don't seem to take into account as well. Because it really does drive you up the wall. There's so much to do. If you didn't enjoy the ultimate outcome, or not even the outcome, just what you're producing, or proud of it, like in any shot, in any form, then you are just, I don't know. It feels pointless unless you have the drive and integrity of like, I'm a bloody Superman, then yeah. Because even I, at times, of loving what I do, have gone, and this is the honest truth, gone, oh, this is so difficult, well, there's so much to this. I'm not saying I necessarily want to quit, but I have been at a breaking point of like exhaustion, and I'm like, look, I'm taking a break for a few days. I'm like, at least got to do that and tell myself that. But I mean, I can't imagine what it's like when you're running a business that you actually don't care about. That has got to be crazy. That, do you know what? Take our hat off for 1 second to all those people. Fuck me. I mean, my point, I mean, in the sense of like, I lose my mind, and I absolutely love skateboarding. I love drawing. I love all of that stuff, and I lose my mind. I think it's that whole thing of don't make your hobby your job. I heard that so many times. Never make your hobby, and to be fair, I think that's when it's about money chasing, because then you lose the real value of what your hobby was over money. Where if you still value the ultimate product and your hobby still becomes the same thing, you don't lose it as easy. It's more likely you just get a bit tired because you have to overdo it all the time. But you can take a little break, and because you love it, you'll come back to it. You know what I mean? I actually don't know if I do does it have subtitles? Is there a subtitle section? I'm sorry, but I don't even think there is, I'm afraid. I feel like I'll have to. I don't even know. I kind of wish we all speak the same language. It's so much easier in some aspect. Right. Please. I'll be back in about 10 minutes. Right. Just approaching in 10 minutes so people can't understand the language. I don't know if I can figure out a way. I don't know, guys. It's stressing me out. So it's just me out today. It's going to rain. It looks like it's going to rain, snow, and flipping be sunny today. So he can't make up his mind. But don't have skateboards at the moment. But as I say, I have fingerboards. I don't know where I put my iPad. This is the issue. 1 second. Bear with bear with. Okay, that makes a whole load of sense. Sorry, I don't know where I put my ADHD meant to see what I mean, my brain. Aha! I honestly, as I said, so yeah, no skateboards at the moment. If people want skateboards, if people want, you know what I mean, like, unfortunately to say, I can't keep just putting my own money into a business, because people are like, I want this, I want to see that. It's not a case of like, people want to watch stuff grow next. If you want to also watch stuff grow and help anybody, then just supporting it, even like, that's why I sell the cheapest things like wax and grips tape. I'm going to say it's not cheap, it's good quality, but if anyone here fingerboards, there should be no excuse, because I'm cheaper than Black River. So I'm like, and Skull Fingerboards, which is like the only other main cheap company other than Team U boards, right? So, to like Team U fingerboards and stuff like that on there, I promise you now. So like, you really know if you're like, well, I'm kind of sitting there thinking, what options do people have? I ship most places. I have some of the coolest intricate graphics. I have glow-in-the-dark boards, real wear, anti-wear. I'm making skateboards. I've got beanies. There's no other fingerboard company that is doing all of that. That is just the truth of it. You know what I mean? You ain't gonna go and get yourself a nice little bundle which comes with a beanie. It will come with like a top, come with a skateboard, maybe with the same graphic. Like, this is the whole plan, guys. This is what my plan is. So any support obviously receives a share of the way. It's been brilliant. I just don't know what else to say really to say to people. As I said, if you are truly a fingerboarder, I realise there's nothing more I need to say. Because you'll realise it's the best deals, the best graphics, the most uniquest glow-in-the-dark boards there are. And I've been told this by other companies, like, how do you do that? I'm not telling anyone. And obviously when it comes to skateboards as well, I'm the first company in the UK to put my graphics on skateboards and fingerboards, which is, I don't know why anyone else hasn't done that yet. I feel like that was kind of hasn't fingerboard been around since the 90s, at least? Maybe before, I don't know. But skateboard's been around since the 60s, so I feel like 50s, 60s, and concrete surfing. So how has the two not been mixed yet? It really does baffle my brain. But oh well, as I said, so and also the least caring about greed and money. And I know that because I've gone around and made sure I've got the cheapest product out there. You know what I mean? Keep it as cheap as possible, affordable for everybody. There's boards that are literally, like, if I have, so for example, yes, the glow-in-the-dark brand new boards are about £42, standard price because of the time that it takes to go into making the boards. But yeah, mystery packs at 20 quid that come with boards that are worth 45 in them, so it's like more than half price. And a mystery pack isn't just a rare sale. I have mystery packs on all the time. So there's, and I've removed the blank boards from the mystery packs, and now you'll only get, oh crap, piss off. Like ones like this in it, which is a glow-in-the-dark board, which is actually the one I'm using myself at the moment. But this one's actually a 36mm one, really nice and wide. And I tell you now, better quality than most companies out there. I've made 700 boards. Not most, not all. I shouldn't say most. Most of them, you know, because I don't know, but I know everyone's had 5-star review. The pop, like my boards, I put my full, like my hand, my arm weight, smack it down on the table, it's not breaking. They're like 2-3 times durability, and the reason for that is companies. I don't know if this is the case in the US all too much, but I know for a fact, and it's starting to see it here in this country, that when you have more people coming in, or more just more people in your country, too many people necessarily for one space, or just too many, not enough architecture with like buildings to like that manufacture things for the people, so you get worse quality stuff produced at a quicker speed, right? So the wood I've seen, and I asked 5 companies about, it was all factory press stuff. That factory press stuff, if I went to bend it like that, like there, that would break already. That'd already be broken. The fact that this wood can touch itself, this is actual Canadian veneer, maple veneer. Can you hear how strong it is? That it won't, going against itself like that. If I'd done that with one of the factory press pieces, it would crack it, it would splinter it. That won't break. And Mother Nature knows better than us pressing. I know they're not doing it so they don't waste anything, But to use that for our fingerboards when they charge like £100, £80, it's a piss take, because that's why your boards will break on lip slides. And I mean, if I will grab a board right now and show people the strength, I'll do a strength test of it, and you'll be like, oh, okay, yeah, fair play. Like, there's no way people are like, how your fingerboard's stronger than my skateboard. Potentially, considering the size of it, I mean, realistically. So here we go. Not a crack, not a bend, nothing. And these ones are made without epoxy resin. I am going to be making ones. Where did I put the epoxy? 2 seconds. It's somewhere around here. We're making ones with essentially this sort of mixture in it, and that'll be even stronger. So, but you see what I mean? That was holding the tail and nose, smacking against it. Now people go, I'll turn it every other way, and I will. I mean, please be patient and wait, because my neighbour just knocked. It's 6:54. I think it's too early, and I don't want to piss him off because it just starts that neighbour feud war that I can't be arsed with. But yeah, as I say, so all the boards, and this is one of the first Go graphics I ever made. So you can imagine the boards have got so much better and stronger since then. That's all I'm saying, people. Like, the other companies are ripping you off. It's capitalism. It's consumer. No, it's against the customers, and on every front. It's like, how can we mess them over? And they figure out the price. They save £100 per 100 boards, roughly. Is that even worth it? Like, when you're granted, yes, when you sell 100 boards, and then maybe 100 boards happens in like a week or a day, like that could, it could really change things, especially if you've got staff to pay. But I mean, at the same time, it really is a piss take, because they're not just they're paying less for the quality of the product, like the wood. They're charging you guys the same price, so they can get, I mean, that should be illegal. Because if you can, in my opinion, if you are dropping the quality of something, and it drops in any level to the point where, fair enough, quality could go down, because, I mean, there should be after package quality and pre-package quality. So when someone buys all of the goods, so like the wood, if that is the supply wood they've used and they do it, that should be it. They should only be able to go down if they have another product line that makes a cheaper model of that version using because I mean, how can you try and claim it's the same thing? It's not. Less time can go into it, less resources, less money, or if it's less money, the same amount of time. Where was the extra money needed? Why are you charging more? That then becomes theft. But they don't do that. Like, or they'll buy a machine and then they'll charge everybody £200 for like the thing, just because of how much it costs to buy the machine, and like rather than building the money back over a bit of time, or earning the money first over hard work and then paying for it. Like me, I'm not just going and buying a skateboard press machine and then charging everybody a ridiculous price on my boards. Like, that's my job. If I want to buy a press, I have to save for that. That's honesty, that's hard work, that's what it is. What is happening to the world? That's gone. Integrity, hard work. I know no one's doing what they want to do, always, but that's why I'm like, go out there and get yourself a passion or a hobby, because then you have a reason to be working, to be living that passion or hobby. If you're getting up to work, to go to bed, to get up, to go to work, to go to bed, do you not see how that becomes a bit of a I'm not having to go at people I'm passionate about it, I'm sorry. Do you not see how that become a bit of a dilemma? I get so passionate about it because I feel like people don't realise they're like depressed, they're stuck in this rut. I was an addict for years myself. Only way out of it is to pick yourself up the ground, dust yourself, and I don't mean it like this manosphere crappy way. It's like, be a man. You're allowed to cry, of course you are. You're allowed to, but still, it's about being just even an emotionally mature person is getting up and knowing that, we have to get on with the next day. That's human nature, right? You don't have to, but I mean, my point is, it's not going to benefit you in any way to just snap, right? So that's my point. And this is the same with other companies. The reason I come out saying that is because someone tried to say I standard their company, which is a smaller company than me now by some standard. Well, it is, yeah, because I'm international. But I offered him work, I offered him help, and he tried to shut me down. He tried to say that, he tried to stop me for it. He was like, oh no, please don't go on with the boards, I want to work with you with the skateboards, but then yet never got back in contact with me with skateboards. Messaged him over and over and over again. When I said I'll do something, I'll do something. I waited. And I got to a point where I was like, okay, I've promised, but there's a point where in your life, you're seeing my messages, you're seeing every single one. Even one saying, look mate, I really will have to get on with the skateboards, with all due respect, ignored me. And I said, you know what, I've given this guy a whole year to ignore my messages. That is crazy tolerance. But it's purely because he was a small skate company, and I'm not name dropping, that I wanted to help out as well, because he said like he just went his he just lost his artist, and I was like, well, I'm a graphic designer, why I could design graphics for both of us. It's a win-win for him, really. You know what I mean? If he just let me have a bit of shelf space to put some of my fingerboards, I was like, fine, I've got my own website now, I'll just ship into Turkey. Got shitty about it. Well, no, bro, that's life. You miss out on an opportunity, the ship sails, the boat, you know what I mean? Like, whatever you want to say, what the saying is, I know what the saying is, but whatever you want to call it, the point is, opportunity missed, don't be a knob. That's just how I work, it's my work ethic. Like, yeah, I am front, I'm forward, like front, not front foot. I'm just forward about how I say things. You know, I'm unfiltered in a way, but at the same time, I'm just like, at the end of the day, I've still mean good to my customers. You know, I mean really well for my customers. Because me growing up in care, being homeless, and being a skater myself, I mean, bro, look at my coat right here. Rip. See a bit of leg here. Rip. Jumper's not ripped. But yeah, I mean, this is a skater life for you, right? It's just, we are normally quite humble people, to be honest with you. And I'm not, like, I've just come to realise that. Not just come to realise it, but when people tell you over a number, like, so you're quite humble about it, that's quite humble. You start to realise, okay, I guess I am quite humble. But saying you're humble is not, in my opinion, all that humble, but there's no other way to go around it, to say it. You can't not, yeah, people can recognise it, but at the same time, it's good to go, well, this is being humble, but at the same time, it's not fully humble, because being humble is also not recognise you're humble, in my opinion. But as I said, like, I'm never here to mess over the customers. I'm here to, you know, as I said, provide the best quality wood, graphics, boards. I mean, there's mystery pack on right now, like, for example, this one. It could have a glow-in-the-dark board in it, which is worth 45, with a grip tape, which is worth a few quid, and then maybe a wax, whatever. My point is, you're getting, like, for £15 at the moment, by the way, because there's a discount on, automatically applies itself to the checkout. Also, another thing I do here to make it cheaper is I make my packaging here. This is what it starts off like, this is what it ends up like. And this is the wheels as well. So there's just so much work that goes into it. By doing that, it just means I get to charge people a lot less. I don't have to go, oh, you know what, it's because if I wanted 10 of these made, yeah, that'd be like, oh, I don't even know, because of time and like just packaging and stuff like that. Probably like, I don't know, 15, 20 quid. It's crazy. But I can buy 100 of those myself, get the print, like, you know, all the machinery and stuff like that, and boom, do it myself. So much easier, so much cheaper. Right. Oh, sorry, bro. I understand too. So I feel like, does anyone else translate? Wait, by the way, you speak so quietly for us to hear. It could be a mixture. I don't know if that sounds a little bit better. Oh, yeah. I have crazy hair, man. But I'll tell you what artist was ever normal? We're a bit eccentric. I've been home. I mean, I've been through a lot in life, and that also just makes me a little bit more crazy, more eccentric, which is just great. I love it. I look like I've been dragged through a hedge backwards or something. I look like the Mario mushroom. I mean, my hair used to be longer than this. It just ringlets. I love it, man. I just absolutely love the not negativity is not the way to put it. Just people aren't negative about it. I don't know how to describe it. It's just funny. I'm doing it. Impressive. I mean, I don't speak any Russian other than 9. And da as yes. It's funny. Russian, why did I say German? Oh, my brain then. Oh, this is why I need coffee. I can't believe I even said German and then Russian. I'm sorry, bro. There you go. Come across as the most, like, antidote cultured thing you can possibly be. That sounded so ignorant, but not on purpose. Oh, that was funny. That was funny. Russian, I don't know any Russian. I know some German. And in my head, I'm like, yeah, the same thing. Like, I'm only because I'm tired. Like, my meds ain't kicked in yet. You have to allow the brain. Right, okay, so ignore the other one, but this is the graphics I drew a few days ago, and 2 of them were already on the boards. I really like this one at the moment. This is awesome. But yeah, sorry guys, I'm just really excited about it. As I said, I can't make any more boards at the moment, which I'm really gutted about. I'm literally one piece of wood away from being able to make another board today. That is the gutting part. It is what it is. Life is but a dream. Shovel badu badu. Wait, US's little. You speak Georgian. See, that's cool, bro. I mean, personally, I don't speak anything. I speak terrible English. No, I know you're speaking to them. It's good. I love people conversing in the chat and stuff like that. It's really good to see people connecting. Like I said, I will start to try and learn more languages as the business grows. There's just too much to do all at once. I mean, I can count in Japanese. I mean, it's funny because I'm like, I can speak Australian. And people like, it's the same language. I'm like, I know. You just tweak my accent to sound a little bit more Australian. Fucking blue. Mate. Alright, I'll be back in about 15 minutes, alright? Just hold tight, hang tight. Actually, weirdly enough, I pronounce it better when I do an Australian accent. It is so weird. I'm like, alright, just hang tight, right? I'll be back in about 15 minutes. I went Queensland and Perth for a long time. I was like, I'm not leaving, it's so warm, it's beautiful, I'm staying here forever. And then Christmas comes around, right? And well, it's coming around because it's warm, it's the middle seasons. And I'm like, why is it not getting cold? This isn't right. And yeah, so I was leaving anyway, but I was like, yeah, I couldn't have really done it, I don't think. A warm Christmas, I'm good. Not even just a warm Christmas, bro, a bloody summery Christmas. Like, and summer that's like 50 fucking degrees. It's like, yeah, mate, it's 50 degrees outside. You're gonna melt your skin off your bone. Actually, it depends where you go, like either Queensland or Perth. I feel like Queensland has a slower bass accent. You know, Perth can be a little bit quicker like this, rather than all my days, mate, that's crazy. It's like a little bit more drawn out. Whereas how many times I surfed there as well, it's like realising how many great whites there are. I'm like, oh, lovely. I'm terrified of the ocean, right? I actually have thalassophobia to the max. I am American. Sorry, I had to do that because you know when a Russian person says American, it's brilliant. I love it. It's like, yeah, American. We will get to the bottom of this. I'm sorry, I love accents. I think accents are beautiful, man, because depending on where you come from, you've just got this really cool, unique sound. Like, how awesome is that? I mean, the fact about if we all were the same, it'd be boring is very true. I mean, imagine that, oh, you know, you wouldn't ever hear an accent you thought was really cool. We would get to the bottom of this. I don't know, I love it. It's so like, that's all. To be fair, I actually sounded more like Arnold Schwarzenegger then. I don't know why. I did. I realise that now. Get to the chopper. Sorry guys, I'm in a little bit of a... Can you please translate? I'm confused what you mean. So what I'm confused by is that, say if someone wanted to say something, you could actually just put it into a translator, rather than someone else trying to translate like captions, because I know that's a pain in the ass. Oh, I don't know, guys. That's the one thing that is hard about different languages, is when someone doesn't understand what someone else is saying. You really, I mean, fair play for understanding some of it. I don't know shit. Right, when it comes to languages, I'm like awful. I just know there's multiples of them. Right, okay, I'm gonna go and finish these drawings now. So I've got this one of a camel. It's going to be a few that look like this. Ow. Because these are that one and then the lighthouse one has been some of my favourite graphics again. Yeah. I always top myself with graphics. I'm like, he's my favourite. No, these are my favourite. And that's the kind of like the whole thing with my. I've done 400 graphics, but only released probably about 50 graphics in total, because I mean seriously, it's one of those things, isn't it? You are going to be self-critical of yourself a lot more than you think other people would be. And sometimes it can hold you back. That's the truth. You've got to be like, just no one actually care more. No one cares more than you care. That's the thing. But right now, someone do something, someone get mad, someone try and trigger me, but then their life just, it's kind of life gone, so with, it really does it. It will bother you more than it bothers other people to let it get you. Like, I know I let things passionately give me that push in a life, and like it sounds, it's not wound me up, I'm just passionate about it. I feel like people are getting to understand that now. There is a massive difference between passionately being able to discuss something and not raging and ending their life and getting mad with people, or being able to be like, well, no, this is where you got it wrong, like you clearly. And then I'm like, because there's no one arguing with you people at a certain point, but I've not lost, because I'm still alive. I know, how can you not see that as a business and clearly just wind your neck in a little bit at that point. And yeah, I don't think I'm on top of the shit, because I mean, at the end of the day, I'm the world, because at the end of the day, what is that? Being on a foil? I'm joking. You know what I mean? Being like, I'm king of the world sort of shit. I don't want to be that. That means I'd rather just be casual, your local skate shop guy, just online now. If you imagine how things go, why does the local skate shop just have to be now in your local vicinity? I know it's a local skate shop, but imagine like your local online skater or something. But I know that's why I ship everywhere and try and keep like the prices as low as possible for people, because I think it's it should be affordable for everyone. It should be accessible for everybody that wants to try and have a go at it. It's about art, it's about passion. It brings people together. That's why, like, seriously, like, I've been abroad before as well. Like when I went to Japan, I went skating under this like kind of underpass sort of thing. It's crazy, man. The texture. I mean, they've got a bit, I know it's even wilder now, but anyway. So I was skating. 2 seconds, let me change it. Actually, do I want my shoes off? I don't even know. But yeah, this guy who had it, was like, they were pressure washing the floor area, right? It was a really nice marble looking area, and I can't remember exactly what happened, but he was spraying, like, not directly at us, but like towards us, like, no, you're not coming up on this bit. And I was just like, one. Is it sun? Sun is one? I can't remember exactly. This is what I mean, I'm terrible now, I've forgotten all of it. I'm just trying to say, because that's what I mean, by being able to converse, it shows like a little bit of respect too. It's like, oh, he knows a bit, so wait, I might have got this in the wrong order, but Ichini Sanyango Roku Nana. It's something like that. That's counting in Japanese for you. Like, I didn't get that 100% right. I'm probably missing 1 or 2 numbers, but close enough. It was years ago. So I was just like, Shini Sao, trying to use my fingers as well. So it's different numeric spelling as well as obviously how you spell things. So it's just trying to converse to people. Well, no, let just one more trick. And then the guy could see I was trying to be respectful. He let me do the one more trick. And afterwards, he had the biggest smile on his face, and he was started clapping as well. And he was like, he didn't obviously can't understand why he did say something. He couldn't understand what he was saying, and he probably could tell by the look on my face of confusion. And then he just smiled and just was, it was like, started clapping. And I was like, oh, don't you didn't like that. I know it's kind of getting really popular in Japan as well, around Tokyo areas and stuff like that, for sure. It's just, my point is, it really does connect. I'm not that like annoying white guy like coming to your country to skate and be a nuisance. Like, I'm coming here to learn parts and get and be respectful about it. But also, yeah, I'm a skateboarder and this looks like a really nice skate spot, so will I be able to? Cool. Obviously, you don't know the law of your land, but there's some places you just want to go. You don't want to get caught doing anything because you just get your hands taken off. Do you know what I mean? Or like one. I mean, is it Bali that have capital punishment for like substance offences? And I mean, people sometimes just don't know this. These are why you should be culturally diverse and understand things, because if you don't, and that happens, and you go somewhere and you take, I mean, do you see the issue I'm getting at then? You don't know the law, you don't know, because you come from a place where it's like, yeah, you can chill here and sit on the park bench and light one up. You go there, that's it. You're chucked in jail. It's brutal, and you're also sentenced to capital punishment. As to say, like crazy stuff. Anyway, I am going to go and have a cigarette. I'll be back in about 10-15 minutes, and trying fingerboard. I'm nervous because I say like yesterday I just gave up, and I've not gave up. I stopped fingerboarding. So I've been doing days like for the last week or so. I've not been able to land much at all, and I've been like, what is going on with me? What's going on with me? And I've realised like 1 hour a day is not enough to fingerboard. I've realised that like you really do need, just like for skateboarding, you need to lock in for like 2-3 hours a day, maybe not every day 2-3 hours a day, but some days you might lock in for like a lot longer. You skate park for ages, make sure you're hydrated. But yeah, I don't see it as any different because skateboarding is more mental. But then I'm like, okay, what makes this so difficult then? If it's so challenging to get height above the board and worry about not putting your foot down first because you don't want to land, or your brain kind of grounds itself to make sure it's safe, that doesn't happen with the fingerboard. So it's got to purely be technical skill with this. And there's no other argument for it, because people always say, skateboarding's mental, bro. Mental is, it's a challenge, and once you get past it and realise nothing to be scared of, your brain can achieve way more with it. And it's true, but I'm like, well, what's there to be scared of with a fingerboard? The wheel pinging off and hitting you in the eye? I mean, like, really isn't any dangers. I also think it's a good training ground for learning tricks and rotations, because you can really get an understanding for where you may have to pop. And that sounds ridiculous, but it's true. Like if I wanted to do a kickflip and I have my finger too far off into the tail rather than on the middle, and I don't have it below the bolts, and I have it over too much or too far down. If it's too far down, I rotate way too much. I get too many rotations. If it's too far up, it rotates less, but I can get a more boned out one. So it really is a case of like, it's pretty the same for skateboarding. Delaying the flick more gives you way more of a boned out time. And also, having your foot way further down means you'll flick and rotate the board way more. That is exactly the same as on a skateboard as on a fingerboard. There is almost like no difference other than you're using your fingers and you're not standing on it, and you're not going to land, you're not going to injure yourself. So I just think it's a really good training ground for that. I think it's a good way for people to learn, especially in like a country where, say, everything is so wet all the time, you can't skate, and you want to learn a trick or rotation for it. It might seem stupid, but maybe practice on a fingerboard first, because I've actually managed to get varial heels nearly quicker back down again because I've been landing on a fingerboard. Because I've been understanding popping and trying to really get, like, essentially just away from it once it's hit that thing to then get the delayed after heel flip motion. It's learning to delay the flips as well. So I know it's very different because it's your fingers and your legs, but when you start getting into it again, like I did after my injuries, I forget how long that delayed for the flick was. So it's like flip to duh, 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 duh. That's kind of the it wouldn't be like, because you wouldn't be able to, when you go do that frontside shove it, you won't be, there's nothing to then frontside shove. No, it's heel flip, because the board's like this, frontside shove it, to then do a heel, you can't, there's nothing to do it off of. So it's either like, the way you wrap your ankle as well, it's a very difficult trick to do that. I'm saying it definitely helps. Right, 2 seconds, guys. honestly, at the moment. Yeah, right. Do you know what? Doesn't even matter. Moving on swiftly. I will be back in about 10 minutes? I don't know, man. I'm shit at telling the time, guys. I'm not, well, not telling the time, telling how long I'll take to do stuff. I mean, seriously, your guess is as good as mine. It could be anywhere between, I mean, I'm like one of those puppies that just get lost, do you know what I mean? I get lost looking at a tree, and then I'm like, a bird flies past, and I fall into like a storm drain. No, I'm joking, obviously, but my point is, I'm generally shit at just a lot of things. And I love how people are like, you're really good, and you're amazing at this, you've got how such good with the company. I'm like, I think that's just because I've had to like my sacrifice from other areas in my life, not my choice. You know, no matter how, for example, no matter how hard I tried to learn maths, I couldn't. I find it so different. Also, I can learn maths, like parts of it, but to really be good at maths, I'm like, and I just find out some people have some strong, some. You know, you're gonna be better at some things than you are others. I mean, that's just a given, right? But yeah, I am terrible at maths. It's just, I think, because it has to be the same. It's one answer. That's like, I don't like that. And that sounds stupid. I will want a defined answer, like, you know, in life. It's 42 is the answer to everything. If you don't get that, then people really like, I don't know, people need to like read a book. Get well more cultured a little bit more. I always loved that number 42, because I always thought it's like 420 and the writer just didn't put the zero at the end. You know what I mean? He was definitely just Anywho, so I keep getting lost into the train of thought at the moment. You know, you sit there and think about something. Oh, that's interesting. Wait, I understand. So, but like I say, I honestly don't think that's possible to go to put subtitles. I feel like you should be able to put subtitles on, and if not, I don't know why that's not an option. YouTube's probably like, you want me to subtitle this guy who speaks like a million miles an hour. Yeah, alright, good luck with that one. Do you know what I mean? I doubt it can. It's like, is this person even speaking, or is this white noise? White noise, white noise. So that's the song, I think I'm saying else. Oh well. I will look it up when I go outside in seconds and go for a cigarette. I'll just see if there's a way to add to, well, because there's surely a way for videos to have subtitles in them. Or like not lives, it's only, I have no idea. Has my lives had subtitles before? Because I tell you what, I did click on something yesterday that said, it was a setting that said about language in a live, or like something like that, and or you know, when it came back to re-recording it, it would censor it out. I was like, that's actually pretty cool, but dog hair, yummy. Right, like I said, when I come back, I'll show everybody new graphic designs I've got ready. They're literally following on from these graphics here, pretty much, because I really, really like these graphics. I know they're grained up, but I just think, I was like, do I do the sun yellow on it, or do I have part of it that's coloured? So it's one of those photos that I like, or drawings, photos, whatever, that have like the yellow cabs, but everything else is black and white. You know what I mean? Like as a green tree. I don't know. I like this silhouette sort of feel, because it's like noir as well, isn't it? That's like the sort of vibe it gives. It's noir, where it utilises not just black and white, but different shades of black and white. You know, get the whole spectrum, like, you know, lighter to darker, to actually make a image that your brain can process. Well, my brain can process that flipping whole. See, no, it's gone. It's mushy today. It's brain mushy. I've seen it for days. It keeps staying brain mushy. I think it's because my partner has such early shifts, and we go to bed at like 9 and get up at about 4 o'clock, and it's about 6 hours. And I mean, you may have about, what, isn't it, 7 to 8 hours sleep every night or something, or like 6 to 8 or something, maybe even up to 10. I'm not sure. It's called sleep deprivation. That's all I'm sure of. 1 second, sorry guys. But anyway. See, that is exactly what I mean with Paul getting pissed off when people keep doing that. See, so, oh, do you know what? I'm sorry, my neighbours are actually doing the flipping nutting. So, am I the only adult person here? So I'm doing recycling, right, washing out the cans, you know, everything like that, and they're just chucking everything in a bin. And then the bin men have come, they've looked at the rubbish, and they've put the bin back in the bin room because they literally can't take a bin that's full of that crap. Unbelievable. I mean, fair enough, understandable that they can't take, you know, it's not the bin men's job. But like, do people realise this is exactly how bin people, they just stop doing bins. They just don't do it because people don't do it. This is what happened to Birmingham people. Bin strikes, because they just, you know what I mean? Seriously, and if we go, oh, recycling's just a human waste of time, it will end up in the same place. No, what you see ending up in the same place is because you've been chucking the shit into the same place. They actually are recycling stuff now. They actually are melting stuff down. And people go, oh, that's bad for the environment. So is making new plastic. It's better to reuse the old shit than it is to remake more and just fill up the oceans and crap and pollution and everything like that. The oceans don't affect us now, guys. When it starts affecting the food life, marine biology, which then affects the world, which then affects us, it will affect you. Believe me now. It angers me so much because so many people put so much effort into that, and then it's like a few people just like. I live next door to fully grown adults. They have 2 kids, and they've just gone through it. And I've just seen them putting out things that they've clearly put in there that aren't recycling. And I'm like, how are you, with children, less of an adult than I am? Recycle, man. They just drove away now. That's a whole week plus that they won't remove a recycling bin from here because people have decided to put things that aren't meant for the recycling in the recycling bin. You know, it's easier to chuck shit into the general waste if you just want to chuck shit away. Like, that's the one they care less about, right? They really care about the recycling bin. That is the main thing that they will go through. They'll look, you know, just in case there's anything crazy in there. They've just put the whole bin back in the bin room. Because of my next door neighbours who are 35 and something, and they're at like 40 or whatever, and they're not even, can't even be bloody adults, and they got kids. Wake up, people, do your flipping job, do your dues. I'm sorry, it angers me, because then people complain about the planet we live on, yet they're fucking it. Does that make any sense? No. Stupidity runs so deep, man. I'm good, bro. What's up? Super yappa. I like that. Super. I'm gonna have to put a graphic on that. I'm sorry. It's just because I've had my neighbours complaining at me for the smell of medical broccoli, this and that. All these things that aren't even bad, saying that I'm allowed to have. But yeah, if I told them, by the way, our bin rooms aren't getting moved because you keep chucking your kids' stuff in there, they'll have a bloody hissy fit. They'll be like, oh, we'll do what you want. No, don't put your shit in the recycling bin. Put it in the general waste. If anything, I know no people agree with me on that one. General waste will just go to general waste anyway, right? But by putting stuff in that would go in general waste into recycling, they are just not going to take either and leave the general recycling there. It's a bin strike all over again. People are dumb. I'm sorry, but they are. Yeah, my neighbours as well, before the other building, they're trying to put shit into our bin room. They literally had the doors open because, you know, you have to. Someone had to climb over this thing to open it from the inside. It has a lock on it. Then there was someone standing there and they were doing a pass-through from their bin room and just chucking the stuff on our floor. Like, not even putting it in bins, bin bags. The bin bags they were chucking on the floor were splitting. Mouldy food falling all over it. I spent about 2 hours cleaning it out. Not even my job. This is society for you. And if people want to keep pissing people off like me, go ahead. It's not, no one on here will trigger me, but people like that trigger me. That's the truth of it. And it's me being weird when I want people to just think, oh, well, just because you see loads of landfill waste go somewhere and you're like, well, that looks like it could be recycled. That's because you're probably the twat that chucked it in there and it could have been recycled. So they're sitting there going, well, what I thought you were talking about recycling. Well, yeah, it's only going to happen when people start recycling. Why do you think some bottles look darker? Because they've been melted down. You know what I mean? Like Coke bottles and stuff like that. It's a fact. I'm sorry, everyone. Just annoys me. Because as I said, they have just left our recycling bin now to what? Because they put a general waste bag in there, my neighbours, what, am I going to have to go deal with it? That's not my job. But then I'm trying to stop rats coming. This is an issue in life. People need to start doing more for themselves. Otherwise, people, I mean, seriously. I kind of can't wait for something to happen, because then my neighbours are first to go, because they're a pain in the ass. I'm joking by the way, just saying. Do you know what I mean? I was like, yeah, get out, I'm taking I'm taking your food supplies, leave. You got a car, drive, go away. You don't want to be here when I get hungry. Sugar, I don't know who that is. One with sugar. Don't know why that went through my head. But yeah, do your fucking recycling. Do it. Do your recycling. Like every other adult. Very easy. Right, I'll be back in 15 minutes, guys. Well, not even at, like 10. I'm gonna go finish this graphic off. I was designing the morning. Oh, my brain is like mush. Sorry, it's valid crash out. Joke, it's not a crash out. It's just pissing me off. I'm so tired at the moment. It's like my brain is not wanting to work. Wait, what? Our plan? Shit, what? Oh, I get what you mean now. No, don't worry, that's a joke. Well, I mean, obviously, yeah, it's a joke. No, I get it. I mean, don't worry. I know it sounds like stupid. I'm not like one of those people that shoots something for the thing you say. I was only making like obviously a joke. I'm more annoyed that the recycling has been left, to be honest with you. But anyway, I'll be back in a minute because I need a cigarette. Keep you calm. Alright, peace, love, and I will be back in 15 minutes, guys. I really do appreciate it. That's my